Hello everyone and welcome to the KMTRADERS channel. So we're looking at the full market analysis volume 7. So again, this is just a full analysis of all of the pairs that we're watching, and if you look on the right hand side we have some yellow indications here on the side. So these pairs we're actually going to cover a video separately because we're looking at these for the up and coming trading week. So again, these videos will be like just 2 or 3 minutes again, and we'll explain the entry ranges in a bit more detail. But for the time being, we're just going to look at all the other pairs that are currently trading, and again looking at the validation zones and looking at some possible entry zones as well, just to refresh your charts and again give you another perspective of what we're looking at as well. So we'll start off with GBPUSD. We're looking at a bullish momentum move, so we're looking to see if we can again see if this zone will act as a form of support. So as we come back to the pullback phase, we're looking to see an area of wick rejections here, so signs of struggling, price to struggle in this area, and then if we can see some momentum to the upside, if we do, we could be testing the highs of 1.265. So this zone level range is between 1.24920 to 1.24697. So within that range there, we do have a backup zone as well here, but if we do fall below this zone here, we will be looking for the pullback in this range here, and again our switch of bias will be a sell. So the range that we're looking to do, if price does fall below this level, we'll be looking for selling opportunities in this range. So that range is between 1.24232 to 1.23893. Again, if anything does update or anything like that, we'll obviously provide the update video as well. So looking at the pound to the Swiss franc, we can see that, just looking at this sentimental value, we had that huge push to the downside of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, 5 4-hour candle price action moves to the downside. So we can see we've got a strong momentum to the downside. So we're just looking for an area for pullback to retest an area such as this zone here. Again, looking for that slight stalling of price. If we do find that next to that candle, if we do find a bearish pressure to the downside, that will give us a strong indication that we are pushing further lower. So that range is between 1.208810 to 1.207247. So again, simple process. We're looking at an area of previous wick rejection here and applying it forward to real data, to future data. Looking on to GA, we can see that we had that huge push at the upside to end off the May month, to end off April, and starting off May with a huge push to the upside. So we're looking at some nice pushes to the upside. So it really just depends upon the level of pullback. So I'm not going to give an exact entry point, but looking at this previous zone, if we zoom out to scale, this is our previous range bound that we've formed. We currently are looking at a wider range between this zone and this zone, so a separate zone on a high time frame, such as a daily or weekly, but we could be looking at a larger perspective to find that this zone will act as a larger form of resistance. So this is at 1.96474 to 1.95220. If we do manage to find some stalling of price in this area, again, wait for that indecision to occur, so wick rejections, and if we do find some bearish momentum to the downside, we could be looking at a nice range bound again to bounce in between this level or so. But if we do close above here, we could be looking at some nice bullish momentum to continuate from this break here. Looking at GBP Canadian dollar, again, huge push to the upside. If we alter our trend lines here, connect point 1, even connect 3 points here, 1, 2, 3, 4 points before the breakout. Again, looking for a test of this range here, but if we do break below this zone here, we could be looking at a switching of reversal to potentially test and target our trend line here, and we could find price to stall at this point. So again, this point is between 1.75720 to 1.75457. So looking at a sell bias here, but the current momentum that as it stands is a nice bullish pressure to the upside. So as long as if we break above this zone here, we'll still create new lows. But if we do find that market open breaks below this point here, this zone here, we'll be looking for selling opportunities, and target range will be at the bottom of our range here of the trend line. Again, looking at our next pair, GBPJPY, we can see that we've had that huge push to the upside. Again, May started off with a very nice move, and nice to see that we eventually started to see some trending opportunities right now, just to claw back all of this range bound activity that we've previously had in March and April. So again, we can start to see a few pairs pushing in one predominant way. So you can see that May had that huge push to the downside. I'm not going to give, I'm not going to give an exact area to buy in this market, purely based on that huge sentiment of price, because we had that huge push upside, a huge level of sell-off pressure. So we'll be leaving this as an indecisive market, but as it currently stands, we are looking to push up. So progressively, you can decipher your own zones if you'd like, but I'm not looking to trade this market. But if price moves below this zone here that we have in yellow, we'll be looking for a bias change, and again the pullback within this range. So we'll be looking to sell if price goes below this zone here. So this is at 132.262 to 132.034. Sorry. Again, our bias will change over. So I know I covered the pound pairs quite quickly, but again, if any of these pairs do have any updates or changes or anything, we'll provide the video, of course. We do also have a Telegram group chat link as well for those who are wanting to find out a bit more information or keep up to date with a bit more on our current pairs that we're watching. The link is in the description below. I'd highly recommend you to join that and give it give it some consideration. So moving on to Euro GBP, we can see that we've had that huge push to the downside, with that following momentum to the upside. Again, here we could see, if we were to just draw a vague potential zone here, I'm not saying that this will give us a nice entry point, but this could be a potential for you guys to look to buy in this area, but I'm not looking to buy, just purely looking at this range here. If we look in between here, we can see we're just range bounding, nothing in particular. Until we break above this level or we break below here, I'll be looking to consider the buys at this point or sells at this level. So this range is between 0.68862 to 0.86723. So again, we can see that huge buying pressure here. That's why I'm not so sure on the direction here. So I just want to clarify that that this zone here is just a precaution. But again, it's all about your own style. So gold will be covering after a particular entry zone that we're looking to enter for this up and coming week. Euro USD, we're looking at a huge bias to the upside, so nice momentum to the upside. Could be looking at some nice buying pressure, so we'll keep that updated in the group for you. But if we do break below this zone here, we'll be looking to switch our bias to the sell. So that's at 1.09437 to 1.09331. Again, this will come into perspective. Well, we'll keep an eye on this and we'll update that in the group and also provide a video. Aussie dollar to the US dollar. Again, we're looking at some nice pushing to the downside. Just looking at this at a sentimental value, tested and broken our high from 14th of April, if we just get rid of that now. So currently looking at a push to the downside, expecting a push and a break to the downside again. Of course, we'll provide these updates of a selling point in the group. New Zealand dollar to the US dollar, we'll provide the exact entry form. We'll provide the exact zones of entry in a separate video. But for Euro New Zealand dollar, we're looking at a nice push to the upside. If we alter our trend line to this range here, we could be looking at a deeper retracement into this range here, finding that level of stalling of price. If we do find it will look something like this, where bodies are small and the wicks are high, like this as well, a good example. And next to that candle, I want to see a strong momentum candle to the upside. If we do get that, again, that will be a strong confidence to hold the trade for a long term. That's between 1.79169 to 1.78623, just to see if this momentum will continuate. And again, we'll be looking to target our high of 1.8150 as a target. Moving on to USDJPY, and we're struggling in this pair recently, but we've provided an update video on this before. So if you want to check back, I think it's on Friday or Thursday. Just had that huge push to the upside, so we're looking at some buying pressure within this range. Again, stalling of price. We've managed to find some wick rejections. We just need to find that momentum to the upside, and we could be looking at a nice long-term play here. So if you want to look at a bit more details on entry, check out the USDJPY video. Canadian dollar to Japanese yen. Again, this has just been ranging for a very long time now, coming to the third month. As you can see, all the way from the start of March, no real potential here. I'm not looking to trade this if we extend our ranges. Again, just sideways movement, so we know not to trade that. EURGBP will provide the update video as well as a separate entry position to look at. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, same thing again. Looking at a nice move to the upside if it can actually make a move, but again, we're just stuck in this range here, so I'm not going to consider trading this. Aussie dollar to Japanese yen, again providing a video for the exact entry points for this trading week. So coming to the last two pairs now, USD to the Swiss franc. Sorry about that. US dollar to the Swiss franc. We're looking to provide. Well, we've already actually done a video for this, I believe. Have we done so? Yes, we have. We did this 2 days ago. So ultimately, we're just looking for a retracement in our area here. Again, the ranges are provided in that video, so go ahead and check that. But it's nice to see that we're starting to see some momentum to the downside, a nice clear trend forming. You know, as we can see through April, a lot of fuzzy movement. End of March had a nice play here, jagged really, a lot of choppy price action. Finally, coming to euro to the Canadian dollar, huge push to the upside. Could be looking at a retracement into our red zone. Again, looking for price to stall in this range. Next to that candle, I want to see some bullish momentum. If we do get that, we could be looking at some good longing opportunities for the long-term pressure. So this range is between 1.53177, 1.52814. So again, that's all the pairs that we were looking at and the update. Again, thank you very much for taking your time out to listen to this video. And if you got to this, if you get to this far in the video, I would highly recommend you to check out and join our trading group. The link is in the description below. We give out a lot of information and a lot of biases towards what we're looking to trade. Again, I hope you are learning something from us. If you do have any other questions that we can help you with, though, please let us know. The best place to contact me is through Instagram at KMTRADERS. I'm more than happy to help. And finally, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. So one final thing as well, we are putting these the separate videos out that we're looking to trade. So make sure you're tuned in for those, as we provided those only 2 to 3 minutes, but those videos are for the new trading week. So again, thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. And yeah, so thank you very much for listening, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.